Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm coming on today because I have to talk to you guys about something really important. First of all, I want to ask you guys, hit the subscription button, notification bell, give my video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Please leave me a comment about what I'm about to tell you guys, because this is something very heavy duty. And I don't know how many people are going through it out there, because right now it seems to me that a lot of my clients, a lot of my people are having a lot of connection with the afterworld. And I am particularly inundated with that right now. And I want to talk to you guys about some of this communication that I am getting from the spirit world. It is very important for you out there to know that this is happening right now. If you guys could take a second, hit the subscription button, the notification bell, give my video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share my video. I would love it if you do all those things. And please let me know how this resonates with you, because I want to know who is experiencing this right now, because a lot of people that I read for, that I communicate with, are going through a lot of powerful, in touch communication with the afterworld. I mean, we are talking signs that are beyond signs. You cannot deny these signs. When you ask for your passed on parent or your passed on loved one to give you a message, and you literally walk amongst a tiny frog or have a butterfly land on you, or are actually very, very close in communicating with any number of things in nature, that is something from beyond communicating with you, letting you know, hey, I'm here, I'm still here, and I'm watching you, and I'm here for you. But right now, what I need to talk to you guys about is not particularly the being that you may be dealing with, but it's something that I am dealing with, and I am so beyond excited about it. Oh, I want to thank you guys out there. For those of you who have donated to my channel, your donations really help me to keep bringing you content on YouTube. And I want to thank you for those donations out there. I really, really am grateful for them. Without them, I cannot continue to bring you this content. I don't make any money on my YouTube channel. So, and I do a lot of work. But everybody does who has YouTube. So hello, my fellow YouTubers. I hope that your journey is working for you as well as mine is not working for me, but I am determined to get my messages out there to everyone. So I don't know why I feel necessary to ramble about that, but I do. It is this entity. It is so incredible. Every time I turn my head, I see it. Every time I go to walk down my hallway, there it is. Every time I look behind me, there it is. Every time I go out to feed my crows, my ravens, my little blackbirds, my cardinals, all of these things that have descended upon me. I also have bats. I have bats around my home. I am so excited about it. They're not in my home. They are around my home at night and a certain time in the evening, just like after dusk, I think it is. That is when they are all out. And I have been filming them. So I'm going to put together a little film for everybody so you can see the bats that are living and breeding and just enlightening my world out there, as they should yours, because all of these things that we have, all the different insects and birds and everything, is so important to our existence, not just theirs, ours. All of the messages, all of the connected feelings that we get from certain things. For some of you out there, it may be butterflies. For some of you out there, it could be wasps or bees or crickets. I have one gentleman that I know of. He literally has bees that fly near him, around him. Every time we're in the park, he has bees around him. I'm never afraid of them. It is his high vibration that they are attracted to. It is an amazing feeling to be like blessed and be around such a being that is so powerful that it literally calls bees from trees around you. And it is something. It is incredible. When I walk outside, I have all of these little blackbirds that descend upon my home, and I know that it is a message. And I'm going to tell you, this being that I have been speaking with recently is so incredible. Okay. So like I'm laying there at night and I'm doing things lately. I mean, it doesn't matter what it when I go places, do things. I mean, I have been getting the massive messages. I go somewhere and I see a sign that I've always seen. Always seen. Suddenly I go somewhere and the sign that I'm looking at doesn't look that way to me anymore. It looks different to me and it's showing me a specific word or a specific phrase. And it's making me focus right directly on that. And it is the being that is in communication with me so close right now. Okay. It is letting me know these things. And I'll tell you, these things are incredible because the sign that I was looking at, when I was looking at it again, it was telling me a message. And that night, something incredible happened. And Spirit was trying to explain to me, get ready, Rachel, because this is about to happen. And I kept saying to myself, okay, this is definitely a message from my spiritual guides, but what does it mean? Now, I do not divulge any of the events that go on within anybody else in my family because my family has enough experiences because of what I am and what I do. And they have a lot of, I don't want to say things that they put up with, but I guess they have a lot of weirdness that comes from me. So I do not ever include my family in my channel. All right. But what I want you guys to know is that I do have a family. I do have a very, I have a very close set of children and I keep them very close to me. And it is so amazing to me how the world works because one day I come out of a place and there are playing cards sitting in on the ground. And you know, it's funny. The place that I was at had nothing to do with cards. The place that around it had nothing to do with cards. No cards anywhere. Not even like a little shop that's selling cards or something like that. These are playing cards, okay? And these cards, I was asked, are you going to pick them up? And I says, no, I'm wondering if you're going to pick them up. And the other person that was with me is, of course, they're going to pick them up because, you know, they know that I know something's going on as soon as I see those cards. They know those cards are a message to me. Let me tell you guys something. It's very hard for me to tell you guys this without divulging who was involved with it. So I will give you a brief brush of what this has to do with, okay? These cards literally contained a birth date of someone in my family. A birth date, that's right. Their actual birth date. Okay. And that night I couldn't figure out what it was. And of course, someone in my family says, oh, it must be lottery numbers. And I say, no, it's not lottery numbers. And someone else says, oh, well, maybe it's this. And I said, no, it's definitely a message. And it is a direct message to whom it was meant for because of the date on the cards, the actual numbers on the card were spelling out a date. And there was also aces in the card, which means something was about to happen. Well, that night, a member of my family was coming home from an event, something that they have gone and done. And they were coming home on the back roads of our town, and a vehicle hit them in the back of the car. And the vehicle, my family began to pull over and thinking that this car would stop. It did not. It continued to go, and I do not know if it hit someone else or not, but they were literally, it was a hit and run because my back end of my car is all crinkled in. And no, it was not me driving. It was the person whose birthday was on the cards, and I should have known. And therefore, I could not do anything about it. But I do have the crinkled in card to prove that that happened. And the specific date of the cards that I found them, it was that night that that happened. So if you don't think the universe tells you things, you are mistaken out there. Okay, so this is the cards that I found that day. And this is the reason why I should have paid attention to them. And someone had written on the cards the devil. And they were scattered on the ground, something like, it was like this, something like that, across the ground, you know. And the person that was with me picked them up because they knew that I wanted them to be picked up. And that night was the night that someone hit my daughter. And her birthday is contained within these numbers here and face cards. And I just figured I would put this up here for you guys because I know there's a lot of naysayers out there. I really do. And just unbelievable. And that right there. I knew something was going to happen, but I just couldn't put my finger on it. And I still feel silly because to this day I didn't realize it until after somebody hit her. What a trip, huh? So I keep them like in this little Halloween bandana thing, and I keep them all folded up. And I keep them in with all of my tarot cards that I use because to me it was a very big message that I should have been paying attention to, and I wasn't. So I keep them right here because they were clearly a very loud message to me. So I just figured I'd share that part with you. Then recently, I will tell you the sign that I saw. It showed me part of it. It did not show me the sign like I always see it. No, 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 no. It literally had the name of one of my family members in it. Yes, it did. And I never viewed it that way before. Never, ever in my life did I view it that way before. And I've seen this sign 1,000 times. Now, this was after the card incident. This was a couple weeks after the card incident. 20 minutes probably after I saw that sign and viewed it the way that I viewed it, in a different light, in a different manner. And only a certain part of that sign caught my eyes. I received a very urgent phone call, and I had to immediately leave the establishment that I was at and go get somebody because of an accident that had occurred. So, again, the universe yelling out loud and clear to somebody, telling them, somebody like me, who is supposed to be being able to read and pay attention to all of these messages, all of these signs. And I didn't get the message. Instead, I continued on my merry way, but I kept saying to myself, something is going on with this, something is going on with us, and it doesn't leave my thought, it doesn't leave my steps, it doesn't leave my breath, it doesn't leave anything that I'm doing until all of a sudden it's like, oh, this has happened. Why didn't you pay attention to me? The universe says, why haven't you been paying attention to me? Right? So that's really important. I'm here today to beg and plead with you guys as to how important it is that you pay attention to the signs that the universe sends you. These signs can come in a massive amount of forms. They can also come in a literal form. An entity can come and literally be standing there looking at you and telling you, hey, pay attention, because this is about to happen to you or someone very close to you, and you should pay attention to it. And let me tell you something. When you are a psychic being and you are insisting to yourself that you maybe are reading a sign wrong, let me explain something to you. After that happens and you believe that you have been reading that sign wrong all this time, that entity will step in and it will show you over and over and over again, I gave you tic-tac-toe. Why weren't you paying attention to me? This world has an incredible amount of signs that it sends out to everybody every day. Our passed on loved ones try to communicate with us continuously throughout our day. They even talk to you when you are sleeping. They're even in your dreams. In your dreams is your total real reality. Not this that we walk and we breathe in. The dream is the reality of your life out there. Say what you will, but that's what I know. When you go to bed at night and you dream, most of you have massive dreams. A lot of people will say they never dream. I never dream. I never dream. It's really funny because once I start getting a hold of them, people that don't dream out there, you start realizing how much you are dreaming. Just like when you're around me, you'll start to feel the presence of your angels, your ghost friends, your ghost family members. All of these things will come into light for you. You just have to have the right energy around you to bring it out. That's right, my friends. That's right. I don't know what the heck I've been rambling about, because I have been rambling because I have so much to tell you guys. And I haven't been able to tell you guys a lot of things lately because I have been trying like hell to figure out how I'm supposed to explain any of these things that happen without including my family in these stories. My family has been with me through so many events that have happened, and I refuse to put them in the limelight and make them go through scrutiny from people out there, because you do go through it. You know, my favorite thing that I hear people tell me all the time when I tell them that I am a psychic, because I don't think they understand. And you know, ignorance is bliss. It really is bliss for a lot of people out there. But when you say to them, yes, I'm a tarot reader, I'm a psychic, I'm a white witch. When you say these things, I communicate with the passed on. I do these things. My favorite thing that people say to me is, I believe in God. And my response to that is, out there, any of you, who the heck do you think I am communicating with? God works with spirit. God works with angels. God works with mediums and psychics all over the world. So take that and stick it in your hat and walk around with it for a day, because I don't think you quite understand when you're sitting in a church and you're praying on a Sunday, one day, every week. I don't think you understand at all what it means to be divinely connected to God, heaven, angels, and all things in between every day of your life. Matter of fact, if you were as divinely connected as a being like myself, you would find that your behavior was much different than what it is as to how you walk around every day like you do right now. That's right, my friend. You would see how you are not behaving as God wishes you to. Because on a daily basis, don't tell me you don't get angry at people and flip them off and treat them bad and say things under your breath or behind their back. Don't tell me you don't do that, because that's why you go to church every week. I pray every day, and I pray for everyone all the time. There's no time for me to do these nasty little things in between. So, you out there who questions the afterlife, you out there who has no idea how powerful this is for me, you should wake up real quick, because every day I get messages about somebody, somewhere. Every night that I sleep, I get messages about something happening somewhere. And every day, it is a crazy feeling trying to put everything together to try to, quote, save something, save a soul, save a life, save somebody's good heart from turning bad, save somebody from the evils of the world. Question me all you will. My grandfather was a Baptist minister. He believed in energy just as well as I do. They burned his church down. Yes, they did. And you know what? He built it back up again. And I know for a fact that it was all because of how he believes. And I know that because God has spoke to me about it. God has given me a message, and God has showed me the truth about what happened many, many moons ago. There are so many things in this world that try to get a message to you to save you from that step before you fall, to save you from that drive before you hit something or someone hits you, to save you from eating that next stick of butter before you have a heart attack. There are so many things from the beyond that try to reach you every day. I wish, I pray, I hope that a lot of you out there feel it just like me one day. But you won't. You'll go on with your everyday and you'll discount everything. You'll think nothing of the caterpillar on your antenna of your car. You'll think nothing of the bug that keeps flying around you. You'll think nothing of that bird that keeps visiting you. Nothing of the random little animal that goes through your yard. Nothing of the feather that you've found. Nothing of the odd songs that have come on the radio today. And nothing of the visual signs in the clouds that you see. Because God, divine, the angels, your ghosts, your ancestors, your passed on loved ones try so hard to reach you all the time. And I am so lucky and so blessed to have them here with me and to be speaking to an entity that is so powerful. Sorry I rambled. Talk to you guys soon.